How's everybody doing tonight? It is nice to see you. Hello, my beautiful Lilith. Hello, Watson. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Natasha. Thank you for your donation, my beautiful Elaine. We are going to start this off with Love Shine. Then we're going to move on over to go and see DM. And just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that nobody else came on in before. Then it's probably going to be you, Elaine. So just give me a second. How was everybody's day today? Okay, and we have Valerie. Okay, so that's a list that we have at the moment, okay? And here I have Elaine. So Elaine, you're going to be third. So Love Shine, DM, Elaine, and Valerie is the list that we have at this moment. We are going to start off with Love Shine. Hi, DM. Nice to see you, sweetie. You're up in second position, okay, my love? So you'll be up in about maybe 5 minutes or so, sweetie. You bought a very interesting book and you think me or Matthias might like it? What is it? What is it? I want to know. Let me know what it is. I want to know. All right, so here we go. Love Shine, DM, Elaine, and Valerie. Let's start this off right away. And Hanson, let me know either here or, you know, on the secret place. Send it on out towards me. Let me know what it is. I want to know. I'm very curious. Okay, so, sweetie pie, I was going to say we're Thursday. We're not Thursday. We are Wednesday. Okay, Love Shine had questions from last night. And then you added some on in, so we're going to start with last night. All right, so my beautiful Love Shine. I know. It's a weird week. It's like it's going quickly, but like not really. Yeah, it's a strange. Oh, all right. I will check it on out. Thank you, sweetie. I'll check it out after the live. Thank you for sending. Hi, Valerie. Valerie, sweetie. Thank you for your donation, my beautiful love. Let me see. Did you send me an email? Did you? Not yet. I do not have one. So, Valerie, if you want to send me your question by email, or if you want to leave and come back, your reading is going to be in about probably 15 minutes or so. So I'll let you decide what you want to do with that. And we can leave you a timestamp, sweetie. Is it stormy? No, it's not. Is it supposed to be? Please don't tell me. Don't tell me storm is coming. I don't want no storm. No storm. No, it's actually really, really mild. It's like 1 degree. We had like a lot of snow today. Not a lot of snow. We had rain today. Rain. And the previous day we had like a bunch of... This weekend we had a storm. Saturday till Sunday. Yeah. And then we had like more snow. Last night, frig, I woke up. I had a good 15 centimeters of snow again. And then it was like rainy all day, so it kind of melted. Yeah. Why? You got a snowstorm? It's snowing today and tomorrow? Oh, God. I don't want it. I don't want no storm. I don't want no snow. No. I got plans for the weekend, and they don't include having snow. All right, here we go. What I'm going to say for you over here is this, sweetie. And we are going to start on off with the questions that, well, you did send out last night upon the gift and everything as such. So you're basically wondering over here, you know, and I know it's not okay. Like, I am not validating him in any kind of way. What he did sucks. It's not good. It's not nice. It's not sweet. Nobody likes it. It's not okay. Never, ever, 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 ever. But that's a little bit what it, but he didn't do it to hurt you, and he didn't think that you would think about it or that it would hurt you, and he kind of thought he would just go back and buy another one. But That's the way life kind of goes sometimes. You think to yourself, oh, I'll just go back and I'll get another one. But then you never actually go get the other one until it's kind of too late, and then you're kind of caught. So the exchange of energy between the both of them when he gave the gift, honestly, he gave it being, proud and being, I'm giving you this gift and it's coming from the bottom of my heart. There was no sneakiness. It was pure coming from his heart altogether. It's not a gift that he thought about a lot. It was something that he pretty much did a little bit impulsively. So I'm going to say, honestly, over here, I'm seeing a lot of his energy. For her, I feel like she was a little bit disappointed. Yeah, she kind of thought that he could have done more. So I'm going to say she was a little greedy and she was a little bit disappointed, but he was happy to offer that to her. Now, you said, did he learn his lesson and is he going to be fair into the future? I don't think he did. No, I don't think so. Because fair, what is fair, sweetie pie? What is fair? Is it he buys you the same amount as he buys her? Is it that he purchases something for her and something for you, but might not necessarily be the same value, or that he doesn't give your gift? Like, what is fair is what you have to ask yourself altogether. Into the actual question that you have at this moment, did he actually learn his lesson? No, sweetie pie. No. I would love him to, but I'm going to say no. And I know that you would like him to, but How does he think you feel about the situation? Again, thank you everybody for your beautiful patience. DM, Elaine, and Valerie are going to be the following readings. What does he think you feel about the situation? Honestly, he kind of figures that you kind of understand the choice that he took. It was not necessarily the best choice, but he knows that you love him and he knows you're going to stick around. So he figures, even though you might not be happy about it, and even though you don't want it, happening again into the future, he kind of figures that he's good for the moment. He's a little bit off the hook, if you will. Is there any way he's going to get busted into this? No, there's no way. There is no way he's going to get caught into this situation. There's no way that he could get caught. There's nothing that has been faulty other than the fact that he took something from you that he had not yet given you and given it to somebody else, and you're not going to come in contact with her. This is just going to continue into its cycle. So I'm going to say no, sweetie pie. As for amounts of money, I don't know. I don't do amounts of money. It's not my thing. Honestly, I don't feel like it's going to be all that much. I don't. Like, whatever money actually goes his way will be good. But what would actually be the amount and anything of the such, I'm not going to get into that because it's not my specialty. It's like finding objects. I'm not good at it. If I was, I would have found my buds. I lost my earbuds. My earphones. 3 times now, I think. Yeah, I'm on the 3rd time around. Keep losing them. And I know they're in the house, just don't know where. So see, some things I can't do. That being said, yeah, like it's not going to be a big amount. It's definitely underneath 100K. Like, it could be a couple, maybe somewhere around 50, 60, maybe something of such. I'm getting 20, 30 also. So I'll say between 20 and 60, somewhere into the in-between of that. But that's pretty much what I can see. Whatever it is he'll get, it'll be able to help him on through, with whatever he's actually going through at this moment. I'm going to go and read what you're saying over here, and I'm going to go and get your other questions. I don't know if you're here. Oh, you are here. Yeah. Hi, sweetie pie, love, shine. Yes. What? Mom? What is that? No, yeah. What does my mom often ask me? Hey, Don, I lost something into this conversation. Hi, Don. How are you doing, sweetie pie? It's nice to see you, love. I know you're not feeling good about this, sweetie, but honestly, there's not all that much. Like, really, it comes down to the fact of he took something and gave it, but he never actually gave it to you. Therefore, theoretically, it was not necessarily yours. He could have decided even at some point in time that that card was going to be something he was going to be giving to her, and he would purchase you something else. Again, he didn't do it. I can't stress that enough. Like, some people do things thinking, I don't care what she thinks. I needed it and that's it. That's not what I'm saying. He didn't do it into a way to hurt you. He never meant to hurt you. Still doesn't want to hurt you. And it would be a little bit of a pity for something like a gift to a little bit come into the way. Probably even the best solution out of all of this would be to no longer give gifts. There's financial issues anyways, so nobody gives gifts anymore, no matter what it is. Our gift is spending time together, being together, going out for the lunches that we do and everything as such. But as for actual presents, anyways, until maybe financially his things are better, maybe that could be a rule of thumb to go for. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is, Elaine. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I've looked all over the place, sweetie. I bought myself some new earbuds because I lost a bud once, and then after I lost the casing, and any hoot. I'm not good at finding things. My mom's really not good at finding things neither, by the way. Oh, okay then, Elaine. All right, sweetie. All right. Not Elaine. Love Shine. I get it, sweetie. If she gets gifts and you want some and you want to keep, that's okay too. I'm just trying to keep the peace between you guys. I know he loves you. I know you love him. It would be a pity for a question of a gift card to have a lot of repercussions and bad moments or tower moments or things following through it when we already know that he has some financial issues. But that is into your regards. It isn't between you and him. I know that it's the fact that he gave it to her, but he gave it to her thinking that he was going to still purchase one for you. He just didn't do it. That's the problem. All right then. Okay. I'm going to go to your other questions. Yeah. Yeah. He got his new cooler and a few other things for fishing into the future. Mm-hmm. Okay. No. Well. Okay. Let's go see about the whole car situation. Valerie, by the way, thank you for sending me your question. Thank you, sweetie pie. Which child is coming to see me? You. Annelle, Evelyne est partie?
Non.
Ah, ok. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Je cherche Maxou. Est-ce que tu sais où?
Maxou? Il était allé dans la chambre à Mathias. Il doit être couché en dessous de son lit.
Merci. Je savais qu'il était là.
Ça me fait plaisir. Tu sortiras un petit dart nerf. Mathias, il en garde sur son bureau.
C'est quoi ça?
Un dart, un truc de nerf, là.
Ah, je la vois
Okay, as you wish, but now...
Je suis capable, je suis juste assez petite.
All right, now you must leave. Love you. See you later. Adios. Non. Non.
Elle dit oui.
Non, sa mère, elle voudra pas, non. Moi, j'ai pas dit oui. Moi, j'ai dit oui pour hier. Toi, t'as dit oui.
Picasso.
I love you. Bye.
Ah, tu dis non.
Bye-bye.
Tu dis non.
All right, here we go, my beautiful love son. Trying to get rid of my daughter. She's not leaving. I know that you're trying to figure out this whole thing. Now, about the car altogether. There's a lot of inconsistency with the fishing pole, the cooler, and all those things. There's no doubt about it. But what actually happens, I'll put it this way for you. What actually happens with him is that he's inconsistent, and it appears to be like he's deceptive, but it's because he's inconsistent. Now, he tends to kind of, and I think I've talked about this with you before. Yes, we have. On how with you it's emotional. He's got you like into a box, into a compartment. And with the wife, well, it's family and it's values and it's what people see. So it's like two different genres, if you will. Two different boxes. He does the same thing with money. So he tends to kind of to put money into a different little box. So spending on things that bring him comfort, that bring him distraction or a sense of control is good for him. And it's like, it's allowed, it's okay. And I'm not saying it makes it okay. For him, it makes it okay. This is from his point of view. This is the way he is seeing things. So fishing gear, hobbies, future plans, while emotionally minimizing those choices, can understand how that looks for others like you. So, but it's less about logic and it's more about avoidance and about self-soothing. It's his way, like an alcoholic will go and take a glass of alcohol to make themselves feel better at the end of the day. So yeah. Now, as for the February and the car and everything, it is interesting. I don't necessarily feel, I feel like this is more about his internal timeline and his own little pressure towards it. It's like February feels like a moment where he wants to feel like he's handling things, where he's proving something to himself or even proving something within the household altogether. So it's more something that is symbolic than something that is practical to actually give her on April 1st. As for the wife, there is a lot of discussions, I feel, around the vehicles altogether, but there is hesitation, there is disagreement. So I'm going to say the wife is more cautious, more concerned about the long-term impacts of all of this. And a new car actually feels like it's more going to be delayed than something that's going to be immediate. So it's a nice, beautiful thought. Absolutely. Is it necessarily going to be happening? Possibly not. Possibly not. The important thing over here is that his spending habits, they're not a reflection of you. They have nothing to do with you. They reflect how he copes with stress, how he copes with responsibility. That doesn't excuse what he's doing, like giving your gift away, or, doesn't excuse the hurt, but it kind of reframes it into a different way. So you're not less than, but it's a little bit more like there's different things into his life that are more of an escapism, if you will. So emotionally, he does feel the weight of that gift situation more than what he's letting on, but he's kind of brushing it off, right? That's it. So that's what's up with the car and the wife and the finances and how he's actually seeing things with like the fishing pole and the stuff that he actually purchases for himself along the way. Hi, my beautiful Julie. How are you too, sweetie? Nice to see you. I know, right, Hanson? Seriously, she wanted her friend to sleep here. No. Besides, her friend didn't go to school in 3 days. Her mom's not going to want her to sleep here. I didn't even have to say no. I could have said yes. Her mom would have said no in my place. All right, let's go for the usual questions. Towards a wife, we are into a place where it is a given, receive. It's a friendly kind of a thing. They have new ideas. They try to move on forward. The Lovers coming on through. The Lovers coming on through as multiple different type of decisions. The Lovers is not a Two of Cups. It's not a, yeah, there are feelings. Yes, there is a relationship. They are together. They are married. Everything is such. But this is more about the type of relationship that they're harboring and the way they're moving on forward. They have a lot of decisions. They have a lot of forward movements that they have to do. Are they into an okay place today? I will say yes, they're into an all right place. I don't see any disruptions or any great frustrations. Thank you everybody for your patience. DM, you're coming on up in about 2 minutes. As for how's he feeling towards you, well, on your relationship, we've got our Fool. We also do have our Nine of Wands, and then we have our Eight of Pentacles. Quite frankly, this moment, you guys do have a couple little things like the gift thing that's a little bit stagnant, kind of sticking around into the energy. But other than that, he loves you. He wants to continue into this relationship. There's nothing bad. There's nothing wrong. It's just he has his own challenges, and you guys have your own challenges together. But you guys are going to continue to work upon it. So to continue to work upon it means let's continue to talk. Let's continue not to react, to talk, to understand, to come to some type of an agreement. What does he want to say that he is not saying at this moment? He thinks about you. He thinks about you into a very sexual way. And you bring him a lot of happiness. You bring him a lot of abundance. So all right, his message is for you. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands, and our Knight of Wands. No matter what, he's going to continue to come towards you, no matter what, because he loves you and because he wants this connection. So out of everything, don't ever forget that that is there. No, you won't find out, Love Shine. It's a gift card. It's not necessarily into your name. It's a card with a certain amount of money onto it. No, you'll never find out. Yeah, no, then A, they're probably not going to give it to you. B, because that anybody could appear there and say, oh, that's my husband or this person, and they gave me a gift card. This is, there. It's never going to work, sweetie. Don't do that, my love. It's just going to torture you more, sweet one. A DM, my love. Here we go for DM. I don't know if you're still here, so yeah. I know, but even if you bought it online, sweetie pie, you buy it online and it gives you a certain amount of money onto it. It's not into your name. So anybody could appear and say, oh, I lost the gift card that, you know, my boyfriend or my partner, my husband, whoever gave to me. That's the email that's associated to it. How much money is onto it? And you know, when can I use it right away or whatever? It's not going to work, sweetie. It's not into your name. It's a certain amount of money. And it's type of information they're not going to give you unless he would actually be there with you. If they do, I'd be very surprised. I would say they're very bad employees. 25 minutes for DM. Nice to see you, sweetie. I know you're upset. I know you're upset, Love Shine. I know you are, sweetie. But there's really, other than talking to him, there's really not all that much that you can do with this, sweetie. DM. Let's go see what you have to look out for. Elaine, you're going to be on up next, all right? All right. Alrighty. We have our moon in reverse. Nothing is necessarily hidden from you. You need to move on forward with what you want, what you desire. It's like you need to start taking control of what you desire at this moment. You're into a phase, anyways, into the following days, my dear DM, where there's not, I don't see anxiety. I don't see a lot of stress. I don't see any being, brought upon you neither. However, I do feel very strongly that you do have to start moving on forward with something that you want. And I feel like you have to kind of tap on in a little bit into yourself, into your emotions, into your thoughts. I feel like whatever it is that you have to do is not 100% clear to you at this moment. It's not a clear spark, but there is something that you're kind of meant to do that you have to move on forward with energetically. I'm not saying it's being completed this week, but there's something that needs to be done, that needs to move forward, because currently at this moment you are stuck into a place where there's a lot of stagnation. Like there's no movement. It's like you want movement, but you're stuck where you're at. I'm gonna go and take out some more cards upon this. See you in 2 minutes, Elaine. I know it's not into her name, Love Shine. I know it's not into her name, but they're not going to give you that information. It's confidential. Anybody could go there and say, hey, this person did this, did that. They got me a card. They're not going to give you the information. If they do, you hit an employee who is probably not doing their job very well, and you'll end up being lucky into it. But other than that, no. And then how would you explain that to him, that you went over there and you utilized, or you found out nothing good is going to come out of that. I don't see what's going to come out of it, sweetie. Hi, Big Cleo. How are you doing, sweetie? Elaine, I'm sorry. I'm still with DM. You're coming on up soon. Nice to see you, sweetie. Big Cleo. So DM, when I say there is stagnation, nothing is moving all that much, what I can see over here is it's your ideas. Take your ideas, move on forward with it. It's not going to be necessarily an easy path, but you can do it. Financially, something better seems to be coming your way slowly. You're going to be able to take grab of it. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you're going to get it. You're going to grab it. And it's something that's coming from an idea that you have. At home, people around you, everything the such, I don't see any immediate issues or problems. So I'm going to say you're okay. Your major blockage at this moment, I'm going to say, is advancement into your career. You want to move forward. You've got a bunch of ideas. You've got things you want to do, but how to do it, how to move on forward, and how to really get it. And if you can really get it is something that you're kind of wondering about also. So there's a lot of little things that are a little bit into the innuendos. Nothing is really all that clear, but Spirit is saying start taking the very first step, and the other ones will start aligning slowly. Not a huge step, a baby step, one little tiny little step. If there's somebody around you at work that you're wondering about who would be a man with darker colored hair, between maybe 20 and 40, something of the such. If there is somebody like that around you, I don't know. I see somebody like that somewhere around you. I don't know if you have a concern towards this person. If so, you're not completely wrong, but not completely right. So whoever this person is, maybe they're not even into your life at this moment. Just be a little bit careful for them. Let me know, my sweetie pie, if there's anything else, okay? Elaine, I'm going to come and see you. Thank you, my beautiful big Cleo sweetie pie. We'll leave you a timestamp. You're going to be up in about 20 minutes, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's go see our beautiful Elaine at this moment. So Elaine, here we go. Yeah, we do have Mimi also who has added themselves onto the list, and that is Valerie. Okay, so Elaine it is at this moment. Then we have Valerie, and we have Big Cleo, and we have Mimi, and I'll update anything that needs to from there on. Okay. And here we go. So what is Y up to recently? Valerie, I did receive your questions. Just let us know if you're around. Otherwise, we'll leave you a timestamp. Okay. I feel as though at this moment, a lot of what is going on is kind of her taking care of herself, I'm going to say, in many different ways, but it's really about that at this moment in time. I feel as though she's into a place where I am right from yesterday. Thank you, my beautiful Valerie. Thank you, love. DM, I will be with you right after Elaine, sweetie. So I'm going to say the energy around Y, it feels like it's very private, like she's thinking a lot about, she's thinking a lot about herself. It's very introspective, very inward focused right now. I feel like it does show that there's a certain distance emotionally more than there is physically. There's like no strong confirmation that there's anything like that she's going to move away or anything of the such. There's nothing of that. It just kind of feels like at this moment she is she's laying low. So did she move away from the place that you're mentioning? I'm going to say no. Is she, however, reorganizing her life and keeping her circle kind of small, less visibility, and more inner processing? For that, I will say yes. But did she actually leave the city that you're mentioning? I will say no. Any good news coming tomorrow or next week? DM's going to be next to update, I believe, a reading, and then we'll be with Valerie. All right. I feel like I want you to think about a relief rather than some type of a celebration coming on up. Like, hi, sweetie. I feel like something that is going to ease your worries. Something is going to give you some clarity. My son shut the light as he was exiting. Hold on. All right, let's put the light back on. I think he was doing it for Pixel. I don't know. That being said, there's something that's going to kind of ease your worries, I'm going to say, that's going to give you a little bit more clarity, that's going to help you feel a little bit more stable or reassured. But that's a little bit what I'm seeing. It's more like an opening within yourself that is going to allow you to, I'm going to say, feel better, to feel less stuck. About the spiritual awakening and waking up kind of frightened, has nothing to do with spirits attacking you. When you're overtired, when you're stressed, when you're emotionally sensitive, or when you're processing a lot internally, which you have been doing, the brain can enter a little bit into like a half awake state where sensations feel extremely real and very intense. And it is really common during those periods of anxiety and change to have that emotional overload altogether. And it mainly happens at night. So no, nothing followed you, nothing attached to you. You're absolutely safe. You don't have to do anything. So instead of protection rituals, what you can actually do is before sleep, you can like place one hand onto your chest and you can breathe slowly. So you're aware of the rhythm of the breath, and that's gonna kind of calm you down. It's gonna kind of ground you into a way. Tell yourself also, as you're going to sleep, as you're laying down, as you're doing that activity, that you are safe, that your body is simply resting. Avoid any type of spiritual stuff. If you're listening to any type of spiritual stuff, ghost things or whatever, just be careful for that and focus on something that is nice for you. It could be calm music. It could be a warm shower before bed, whatever it is that is going to be into that. That's going to help you a lot, because if these awakenings continue or they kind of feel overwhelming, then I'm going to say maybe there is something else that is bothering you that is more into a psychological level altogether. And there's something maybe that needs to be regulated within the nervous system. So try it like that, one little step at a time. I'm sure that you're able to auto-regulate it, and that you'll be okay. What's coming for you in February? I'm going to give a timestamp for DM also in just a moment. I know it's the second timestamp, but it will have a timestamp. February is a short little month, but there's stabilization, there's grounding, there's less intensity, there's more clarity. You're going to start feeling more present into your body. You're going to feel less caught up into your head. It's a month where you're regaining balance, where you're focusing onto the little practical steps, and you're slowly kind of rebuilding your confidence. So I'm going to say that you're very, very sensitive. You're very intuitive. But right now, honestly, your body's just asking you to rest, to feel safe, to feel grounded, not to be vigilant about everything. You don't need protection. What you need at this moment is simply reassurance. That's it. That's all. DM, hold on. We're going to put DM over here at 38 minutes. Valerie, you are up right next. I'm just going to go on complete DM's reading. Are you wrong for having... And you kind of stay away from. Let's go see. So as per your question, I'm going to give you your answer. You're good. You're good to actually walk away from this person. This person can, it's not that they're evil, it's not that they're going to do anything bad towards you, but they can in some kind of way either transfer or make you feel like there is something very heavy to carry upon your back. Like it could be guilt is very heavy to carry upon your back. It is something that is very emotional. And it's not something that is physically endangering, but it is something that is more into a psychological or into an emotional kind of a way. And I kind of feel as though this person actually kind of does it a little bit on purpose. So I will say you're absolutely right for doing what you're doing into the way that you're doing, and please do continue doing it, because I don't really see any good changes along with that. Valerie, sweetie, and DM, have yourself a lovely week, sweetie pie. Hey. Adios, miss. À demain matin, 9h. Bye. All right. Here we go.
On dirait une mort. On dirait une mort.
Let's go for our beautiful Valerie. The Gibbler's going home now. Well, the fact that you can feel energies is good. Like, yeah, like you could be even a little bit of an empath into a certain way. All right. Big Cleo, you're going to be next, followed up by Mimi, by the way. So Big Cleo and Mimi are going to be up next. And then I'll go and update if an update is necessary, loves. So we're going to go and see. I mean, the fact that you guys haven't talked today, it's all good. It's okay. And it's okay to be into that type of a position, because if you trust each other, it's not always necessary to speak and everything of the such, right? So, yeah. If you're feeling comfortable and you're feeling grounded within it, it's okay. It's all good. All right, hold on. So, I'm going to go and look at this. If you have something specific, let me know. You see, Valerie, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Gibbler's already gone. Actually, no, I still heard her. She's still into my house. She's not gone. Do I see you making a good impression onto the person altogether? I'm sorry, Valerie, I'll be with you in just a second. I'm basically going to say a yes. I do feel like you will make a good impression upon this person. How far it's going to go and how it's going to evolve is still a little bit left to be seen. But will you make a good impression? You will, my love. No, you're not. That's exactly it, Juanson. Okay, so, Sweetie Pie, you're absolutely right altogether into what you're saying, quite frankly. I feel like what you're describing into your intuition is very, 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 very much accurate, because intuition is not about predicting something. It's not about reading someone's mind. It's about sensing the emotional states and the shifts. May it be within you, and sometimes may it be within somebody else at the same time. Now, what you're actually picking up upon feels less about you or the relationship and more about Eric's being into his head today. So when he does overthink, he does tend to go inward rather than outward, because he's a little bit of that, a little introvert. It's just the way he works. Now, that doesn't mean that he's disconnecting or that he's not checking in emotionally. That's just the way he works. It's just the way that he auto-regulates himself, and it's okay. If you guys spoke every single day at this moment in time, and if you always had to have some type of a check-in, it could become a little bit overwhelming for him. So this is good. This is like self-soothing into a way. So I'm going to say, for him, this pulling back is a sign that he's not avoiding. He's just processing. He's doing his own thing, not even necessarily thinking about it, quite frankly. So I feel like the energy around the connection itself is still very steady. It's still very good. There's no danger. You're not sensing danger. You're not sensing distance, because there is no danger and there is no distance. What you're sensing is more of his own internal noise. And it's kind for you to actually wonder, like, is he okay? Rather than actually worrying about where you stand within the relationship. Because, yeah, he is okay. But your intuition is working really well at this moment. What you need to do is not a call to action. Just stay calm, stay grounded, stay into your space exactly where you are today. He's just doing his own thing, kind of auto-regulating himself, and he's perfectly fine. Nothing has changed within him. Nothing has changed between both of you. The connection is still alive. It is perfect. Nothing has changed. You'll be hearing from him tomorrow. No, you're not wrong. Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Here we go. I am going to go and see at this moment. I'm gonna go and see Big Cleo. You wish you had my gifts, right? Yeah. Yes and no, actually. Because Valerie, sometimes, I don't know if you know Valerie, but my mom has a channel on YouTube too. She doesn't do lives, however, but yeah. And my mom and my sister, in some kind of way, but mostly my mom. But it goes back to my grandmother and everything. It's like it's like a witch thing. We all know things, and we all have different talents. I see different things than my mom sees, but let's say something bad is going to happen to somebody, like somebody's going to pass away. We all have like the same dream. We all have the same feeling like the night before. And so it's kind of scary. But other than that, it's all good. It actually helps you know what you've got to do because you can anticipate what's happening. But yeah. I anticipate it. It really helps me out in life. Honestly, it does. I anticipate a lot of things. I know what people are doing and how they're going to do it before they do it. Like driving, everything the such. It's very helpful. It's very, very helpful. I always say, I'm like, that person's going to do something like right now. I'm not sticking close to them. They're a little nutty. And there you go. They do it. And I'm like, see, I told you. That being said, I do have to say, I do have into my car a protective voodoo doll. Voodoo dolls are not always for bad, you know, guys. You can do bad things with voodoo dolls. You can do good things too. This one is my protective doll. It's in my car. It's in my glove compartment. And whenever somebody new comes into my car, for some reason, they start playing around into it. I don't know why. And then they find this little doll. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, it's my protective doll. Put it back. Thank you, Valerie, sweetie. Yeah, I keep it. He's on, and it's a he. It's a he. My doll's a he. I keep him into my car at all times. He protects me. I kid you not. He's my protective voodoo doll. So, no, it's true. I tell you, he's got his own energy. My kids used to take that little doll, and when somebody was like a bad driver or kind of nasty or God knows what, they would like show them the voodoo doll through the window. So now he's in my glove compartment. Nobody has access to him anymore. So here we go. Let's go see Big Cleo. I know, could you imagine driving next to this car and all of a sudden this kid starts showing you this? Oh my God. All right. Big Cleo is next. Yeah, my kids are kind of like me. They are. 49 minutes. You always know when Romancefull Tarot is driving. So, Big Cleo, will P give you? Let's go and see. Let's go with this little deck over here. Mimi's next. That is, right, Hanson? Oh, it definitely is. I would be spooked out, honestly. I would be spooked out if I was driving and somebody just kind of flashed me this thing. I would be like, oh my God, what happened? Yeah. What does this person know? What can they do? All right, so. What is that? The man, when you find a man, then you need him to be hilarious? Yeah. Yeah, you do need him to be hilarious. Yeah, we like funny men. We do. I know. You want a man who's just as funny as you are. Or maybe even more. I don't know. You need one who really understands your humor anyways, because otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah. When I'm upset at Alex, I go like, ugh. I growl at him, and he growls back. He growls back at me, but he sounds like a Tweety bird. Like, it makes no sense. It's absolutely silly. So here we go. I know it's silly. I told him yours is not doesn't give the same as mine. Yours is like a bunch of little Tweety tropical birds. Oh my God, you're like a little kitty cat. Yeah, right? So what do we got? Is he going to give you the commitment into the future, even if it takes some time? Ultimately, yes. You are finishing on up with our 10 of Pentacles. So, yes, there is going to be some forward movement that is going to be, brought on through towards you. But like we've said, it's not necessarily an easy path. There are some stresses that are related to it. There is some forward movement that he's going to be making towards you. So, I'm going to say yes, absolutely, sweetie pie. There's no doubt, but it is going to take a certain amount of time. It's just not happening right away. But will he be able to remove whatever issues and whatever stresses he has around him at this moment to come and make that forward movement towards you, to give you that commitment? Everything seems to be saying a yes, but it is going to take its time. It's not right away. It's a 9 of Swords. It's not the 10 of Swords. It's a 9 of Swords. It's about anxiety. It's about stress. Yeah, it's not the 10. It's the 9 that you've got over here. Yeah. Yeah, it's just anxiety, my beautiful big Cleo. It's not the 10. You're all good, sweetie. What you need to know is that the movement forward is going to be coming on through, because ultimately you are going to be able to make him happy, and he does want you to make him happy. Your final card, the outcome over here, is beautiful abundance. It's togetherness. It's good things that are being shared together. So will he make that movement towards you? He will. But like I said, he has to remove those little obstacles. May they be something into the physical world around him or within his mind, but he'll end up removing them, sweetie. And will you be into a lasting relationship? Let's go see. Okay, yes, sweetie. Will you be into a lasting relationship? I've mentioned into the past that it was probably not going to be something that's going to be into a forever. There's going to be decisions, but it's too soon to say. You're going to have to wait until you're into the relationship and things have started and you guys navigate through it. For the moment, I'm going to stand by what I've said into the past. You guys would like it to move on forward. I can't show this one because there's, nakedness. But anyways, you guys would like it. This is the Star. You will have hopes and desires for it to actually function on through, but you're going to have to make the right decisions moving on through. You're going to have a lot of decisions to do along the way, along the path that can change everything. Now, the Tower moment doesn't have to be bad. The Tower moment can just simply mean that you're going to make some decisions, and these decisions are actually going to bring somewhat of a change that you guys both want. It could go that way also, but you're going to have to wait to be into the relationship for that. For the moment, however, I'm going to say, honestly, again, it can change. Nothing is set in stone, but for the moment, the energy that I have is probably 1 to 2 years is what I've got. I feel like the major issue, Big Cleo, is that you guys are not necessarily seeing the future into the same way. But that could change. It's a question of perspective. Juanson, you're such a sweetie pie. You're such a sweetie pie. I'm sure he can growl really well. He just likes to joke. He thinks he's funny when he growls back at me. I think he actually tries to mimic me as he's doing it. I think that's the point. No, big clue. It doesn't mean I'm right. It can change. It doesn't mean I'm right. I don't like to look at like marriage and I don't. Unless you're already into the relationship and you're already moving on forward into it, I don't like to look at it. It's too far off. It's too far off. Too many things can change. But again, big Cleo, sometimes opposites attract and you're able to work through that. Like I said, don't stop yourself at me saying it's not going to work into the long term because it could work. Yeah, so take it one step at a time, okay? It is true, big Cleo. I kid you not, sweetie pie. Everything changes and opposites do attract, sweetie. I thank you for your positivity and your beautiful words, but I do believe that we can change if we want to, and we can modify things and we can see things differently. You guys could actually pace each other into that kind of a way. It's not a bad thing, honestly. Do not look towards the future. The point of getting readings is to help you guide you through every day to know where the energy is so you can navigate through that. But don't go too far off. I'm going to go and see Mimi for the moment, and big Cleo, remember what I said, one step at a time, okay? I know you want to look far off because you don't want to waste time. You want things to work. One step at a time sometimes is better. I'm sending you much love, my beautiful big Cleo. Mimi, sweetie pie, you're going to be at 57 minutes. I am going to have to, however, go and read what you wrote because I'm sure you wrote me a little text. What is that? Either way, you're going to have a deep, oh, yes, right? Ooh, which reminds you think, that's what I was going to say. What is that? That reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. Oh, yes, you do want it. You do want it. You do want it. You do need it. You do deserve it. Yes. When you're going to growl and roar, you gotta make it. God, that reminds me of like the Katy Perry song. Is she not the one who made the song? Roar or something of the such? I think so. No. I should know that since she's not the one who's dating our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I think so. I think it's roar. Roar. I know. It's anywho. If you're gonna do it well. It's like anything in life. Okay, so Mimi, and then we're gonna go and see Julie. So Mimi and Julie. Julie, I got your question over here. It is perfect. So Julie, if you're around, I'll be with you very shortly. I'm just gonna go over here for Mimi. Oh, Mimi, it is the small one this time, sweetie. You did a small email. All right. Okie dokie. And our beautiful Julie is going to be next. And I'm going to go and find you. Yeah. So I'm going to say, sweeties, 15 minutes, Lilith and Watson. Sound good to you? I think that feels just. I do. So Mimi is up. Do we have... We do. Yes, you are going to be on up next. That was her, right? Thank you, Watson. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, hold on. Mimi. Let me get back to where I'm supposed to be, which is here. So PW said that she helped you voice out and say to you to let go. You know what? I'm going to take out the cards onto it, my beautiful Mimi. But I do have to say, one center to the next. As long as you're working into community with other people, there's always going to be like the good and the villains and the neutrals. That's the way I see it. You're always going to have the sweetest little people there, and you're going to have the nastiest little ones. I need you to kind of be careful for that. And those vibes do change, and they do modify as things kind of go on through. So is the next place going to be better? It could, into a certain way. But no place is perfect. It's basically what I want to say. So, about the possible move to another center, we're going to start off with that. I do feel like the energy does show that there could be a real discussion that could be happening, not just necessarily empty words, but we did actually look into that. I told you somewhere into the spring there was a strong possibility, so that would kind of correspond into it. April does feel like it's a window rather than like a fixed promise. So meaning that there are some things that are aligning, but there's still some administrative, if you will, steps and decisions to finalize. So PW and Jocelyn, I do not believe that they were lying. It's just that they're not locked in yet. So if and when the move actually does happen, I do feel like the energy does feel like it's a little bit lighter. Like it's not going to be perfect, but it does feel less emotionally charged than where you are or where you're at this moment. Because at this moment, it's like you've got this heavy thunderstorm or you've got this tornado warning and you've got to go into your bat cave. All right. So the people kind of come through as more neutral and a little bit professional, less gossip driven, fewer hidden agendas, more kind of do your work and kind of go home kind of an energy, which would actually suit you better at this stage than all the gossip and all the issues that are going on. So as for the yap energy, there still will be some, but I feel like it's kind of structured and it's kind of managed. So basically I'm going to say you're going to be okay with that. What is that, Valerie? Oh, my doll. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's my protective doll, Valerie. It is. Yeah. I remember my mom who had my dad, and it's not this doll. It's another doll. My mom, is it just my mom who had that? I had one too. Yeah, mine went, that's true. My mom and I at some point in time actually ordered a specific doll coming from a specific shop that kind of made it for us. And yeah, I remember my mom felt bad energy from it. I didn't like it neither. My mom had my dad when he was going up to see my brother who lives like 5 hours away. She had him take the doll and rid of the doll halfway through the voyage because she didn't want that doll's energy anywhere around her. So my dad, who doesn't believe in witchcraft or didn't even believe in the afterworld or anything of the such, took this doll and got rid of it like 3 hours away from their house, which is hilarious. And my kids, without me knowing, I was actually going to go and rid this doll like far away, but somewhere near the water so it could flow away. And my kids, without me knowing, as I was preparing, they actually threw it into the in a sewage, like into the drain, outside in the road somewhere. So it ended up going with the flow elsewhere. That's what happened with the evil doll. Anywho, don't have any other dolls since. We're gonna go and see Julie. Oh, the silly stories I have. All right. So, Julie, let me go and get to your question over here. Let's go like this. But your question's a bit bad thing. Yeah, I know. Did you see? No, I did not even. I'm gonna go and look. It's something having to do with nails, but I didn't have time to open it. Let me go and look at it at the same time. Hold on. Let me go see. Hey, there you've got pictures. No, there's no pictures. Hey, there is. What is that? Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to read here. Yeah, Barbie got her nails done. Yeah. Oh, that's what generated it. That's where the questions came from. Oh, I love that. I swear, I tell you, here I was. I'm like, where do these questions come from? Like, they were really fun to answer. They had like a different twist to them. They were really nice. They were profound. I'm like, this is why this poor girl's not sleeping at night. She's coming up with like these amazing questions. Okay, now I get it. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is so cute. I do love that. Okay, now I understand much better. You need to, it's cute, it's adorable. But they do help. Honestly, sometimes all you need is a different perspective or a different way of saying your needs and your wants and what kind of clarity you're looking for somebody into the outside to come up like with the most fantastic question. And that's what actually happened. So I'm glad it helped you out. It was perfect. I loved it. Now wait, I have to go into PayPal, right? Yes, over here. Oh, I love that part. And you say it now. I honestly, sometimes I have little bits and pieces of things that come to me. Hold on. Um, okay. Yeah, sometimes I have like little flashes, little bits and pieces who kind of appear like that. And it just kind of comes out. Like I had actually even forgotten about those keys until you mentioned it at this moment. But it's true. I saw that. I thought it was so adorable. It was so cute. It was perfect. Okay, hold on. Am I my thing is frozen over here. So let's do that. And let's go over here. So, is he thinking about you tonight? And how does he think about the silence so far? He's a lot into his own little zone. The Hermit passing on through. Kind of feeling bad, feeling a little bit sad, feeling like he's into his own little vibes at this moment. Ace of Swords. Honestly, he's into a place where he is loving you, but he's loving you from afar, from his world, from his thoughts, from his ideas. It's like he just automatically knows, look, life is not all that great at this moment. I don't have everything I actually want. I don't feel like I'm completely settled. I don't feel like I'm really quite stable into what I want. But I have her and I have her love and I know that I'm good within this. And so it's like if that thought of you at this moment is bringing a lot of comfort towards him. So if you're wondering, you know, what he's doing, where he's at, he's home, he's relaxing, he's not doing absolutely anything. It's almost like a me, my poor little self and I, like, you know, kind of a thing. So he's kind of like self-pitying himself into a certain way. Not because everything is bad, 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 bad. His life is not bad, but his life is just not structured into the way that he would like it to. And so he's a lot into that, you know, oh, my energy, what do I need to do with it? How do I That sometimes when you kind of feel like you're into that position, you don't necessarily know how to fix it, or you don't necessarily have the energy to fix it, even though you know how to fix it. But you hold on to things that are very important for you, such as in his case, the love that he has for you and the love that you have for him. And that kind of helps him generate the right positivity to move on through and to find the right solutions going along the way. So I'm definitely going to say that he is thinking about you. And as for the silence, this is a little bit the way that he is actually feeling at this moment. I feel like he's into a place where he knows very well, like he's no fool. He knows that there's something he's got to do. Okay? He knows if he wants to have that happiness, he's going to have to make some movement. He knows very well that you're there, you're thinking about him, but you're waiting for him. You are waiting for him to make that movement towards you. So the silence is not scary for him. Yes, it is a moment of stagnation, but the stagnation is helping him process through things. So not necessarily stagnation, more of a contradiction into it. Basically, what I'm saying is he knows what he's got to do. He knows that you're there. However, he can feel your love. He can feel your presence. He doesn't believe that you're gone anywhere. So that does bring him a certain amount of security. So within the silence, he's actually feeling quite secure. You've got our 10 of Cups, you've got our Queen of Swords, and you've got our Wheel of Fortune. He does not have one single doubt that you're going anywhere or that anything's going to happen. Into the negative, okay, is what I want to say. No, he's not scared at all. No, he's very, very faithful. Like he's very much not faithful. Well, yes, he's faithful, but he's very trustworthy into the energy at this moment. We can definitely add some on end to bring clarity. Absolutely, sweetie, to try to help him on through. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you, sweetie. Yes. And that's important because both of you guys, we have discussed about it. How you both need to trust the timing, to trust each other and to trust how you're moving forward. It's really important for both of you guys. So I'm going to say to you, you're both kind of learning a certain lesson at this moment that's going to help you move on through. So maybe this is actually a little bit of the lesson that needs to pass on through so you guys can be together. I'm going to say now, relax your beautiful soul, and we shall see each other tomorrow. Yes. And if it does, it's okay. It probably will still for maybe 2-3 days, Julie. But after that, you'll be good. Everything is going to kind of replace itself and you'll have better dreams, deeper sleep. You'll feel better. Good night, my beautiful. Hanson, you are next. Hold on. Yes, you are. So, what do we got for you? La 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 la. Let's go like that. Ah, Julie, thank you, sweetie. I take the beautiful compliment. What? Oops, that's not what I wanted to open. Not at all. I want to go over here. Just one moment, and voila. I had an interesting day. I was very productive today. I did a lot of things. Yeah. Yes. So work, you say, was overcrowded and overwhelming today. Oh, I'm sorry. You pulled through it, but it was annoying. A lot of people around crowding the halls. Oh no. Well, you did leave. Oh, okay, somewhat early is all good. And that's where you went after to that shop that I'm not going to mention, and that's where you purchased that book. All right. We do have our Chariot. We do have our King of Wands. We do have our Two of Cups. You're moving in ideas. You're moving emotionally also. You're progressing. But it's like if things are moving into a way or into a certain fashion, if you will, that is, how can I say? Things are going to start moving quicker for you. They're going to start moving into a more valid kind of a way. Let's put it that way. I feel like you're going to have bigger, better, good ideas. Some that will be silly, but they'll be enjoyable. But you're surrounded by good people. You're surrounded by people who love you. You're surrounded by good energy. There's nothing negative around you. Not a negative bone, not a negative energy at all. But honestly, you're going to start to see things moving for you ahead, especially in regards to work and passion, everything of the such. Happening, I'm going to say actually fairly quickly. I'm going to say, well, once they start kind of not unveiling, but unraveling, they're going to start to go quite quickly. So watch out for not the downfall, that sounds bad. Watch out for the outpour of advancements that are going to be coming towards you into the future. That being said, has she been thinking about you? She's had a complicated day. She's had a complicated day where I feel like she had to assert herself a little bit more. I feel like there were a lot of things that were going on through. So I'm basically going to say to you, I feel as though she kind of had a little bit of a rough day. Not necessarily because of you know who, just kind of a rough day. I do, however, feel that she still thinks of you. I do feel as though when she thinks about you, she thinks about good things. She thinks about the good moments. She doesn't really have anything bad to say to you. Every moment that she has spent with you have been good moments. They have been, you know, forward. They've always been very positive. You've always listened a lot. So there's nothing that, you know, how could I say? There's nothing into her mind that would make her in any kind of a way feel anything bad or anything sad. When she thinks about you, she thinks good things. And when you think about good things, you kind of want to repeat them, right? So I feel like you're a little bit into a place where she would be happy to meet up with you again at some point in time. Kind of go back to good old days, if you will. Simpler moments. An angel message for you. The angels show gentle reassurance around you. Even when communication feels quiet or distant, your energy always has that beautiful imprint. You matter, you still matter, you always will. There's a sense of protection around your heart right now. A little bit like the universe is saying, rest. You don't have to chase what is meant to be remembered. Also, an oracle message. There isn't a never again energy. It's more like a not forced, a not rushed, a let it breathe. What's meant to return will do so without trying to do so. Love messages. This feels tender, a little nostalgic, but very human. You have crossed my mind when I wasn't expecting it. There's warmth when I remember you, never any regret. You are easy to love because you are always being yourself. Your heart is seen even when it feels like it's invisible. It does, doesn't it? Thank you, Sean. And it makes sense to play with a tarot deck. Okay, I'm going to have to go and look at that. That being said, sweetie pies, we shall say good night to everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have yourself beautiful, sweet, resting dreams. And we shall see each other tomorrow. Same place, same time. So good night, my loves.